After 8 years of development, Guerrilla Games has finally revealed the next big Horizon game they are working on, and yes, as you can see, it's a big departure from the single player games. But this is all canon to the world. We've got brand new superhero-like characters that you can play as to take on the machines together. So yes, as you maybe hear in my voice, I'm not a huge fan of this new direction, but in this main channel video, I just want to focus on the facts, like what is Horizon Hunters Gathering? How does it differ from the other Horizon online game that was recently announced? When does it take place? And is that a new machine? I'm also doing a giveaway for access to the closed test that will be happening very soon. So we'll talk more about that. I will still share my opinion here and there in this video. But I also recorded a reaction video where we watch the announcement video they put up together and then I have a sizable rant and unfiltered thoughts at the end. So there's a link to that video in the video description. Totally check that out after this one. So first things first, we now have 2 Horizon multiplayer games. You got Steel Frontiers from NCSoft. This will launch on mobile and PC and will be more of an MMO. And now we also have this new game, Hunters Gathering from Guerrilla Games. This is a co-op title for PlayStation 5 and PC with crossplay and cross progression. So 2 things. 1, do we really need 2 Horizon multiplayer games? I would argue no. And it's also crazy that the game made by NCSoft looks more like an Horizon game than the one Guerrilla Games, the creators of the Horizon franchise, are making themselves. But in this video, I want to of course focus on Hunters Gathering, which was just revealed. It takes place after Forbidden West. We see Aloy leave as she has to go on her own journey that we will likely experience in the first single player game. Like Guerrilla Games stressed that hey, we're still making single player games as well, which is of course good news. But Eren stays behind to defend the Zero Dawn looking regions as rogue AI Hephaestus is sending powerful hostile machines to basically destroy everything. Now obviously he cannot do that himself, so he goes out searching for machine hunters who are capable enough to fight this new threat. So does he go looking for Talana, Nil or Kotalo? No, he somehow knows about these brand new characters, ones we've never heard about before in the Horizon universe, who are also able to use weapons and perform moves that we never thought were possible before in this world. Guerrilla Games also shared some information on these characters. So we have Ram, who comes from a long line of sentinels, so the border guards of the Nora tribe. We have Axel, who was seemingly a famous machine hunter, known far and wide among the Osram tribe, but whom we never heard about in any of the games. He kind of retired, people forgot about him, so now he's joining the team again to rekindle his reputation. Then there is Sun, a widely known Karja stage performer who's able to pull off huge aerial combos and fly around the battlefield. Again, with one of them famous and the other one wildly known, it's kinda wild to me that we've never heard about these characters before in any of the previous games. Feels like a big missed opportunity. So Hunters Gathering will have 6 characters at launch, with plans to add more over time. The names for the other characters have not been revealed yet, but we see a big lady with a scythe and a shield, a smaller boy with a grapple hook, and one Karja character with a stalker pet she can use in combat. So how does the game work? Well, you start at a Nora location called the Hunters Gathering. You have a small campsite that you can decorate with different furniture you unlock and that the characters can interact with. This is also the place where you upgrade your character. So yes, there will be some familiar characters from the Horizon games like Petra, but seems like she will just be an NPC that you can interact with to upgrade your items. Once you are ready, you go to a giant table that you can use to select your next mission. Then you go out, you fight the machines, take out the boss at the end, and then you complete the mission. Now you're back teleported to this hub area and can do it all over again. So yes, it's basically like Avengers, Anthem and Suicide Squad, all these live service games from single player studios that did not go over well. Like I really wish they had given their own spin to it. Let us explore a big open world like the regular Horizon games. One of the things I love about the single player titles is slowly discovering more of this fascinating world, finding new tribe encampments, uncovering ruins from the old world, but so far Hunters Gathering does not seem to include any of that. Instead, it's all about replayable mission types. So there will be a story campaign that you can go through solo as well, but then you will have 2 AI controlled group members joining you. And these story missions should include dialogue and cutscenes and take us to the 4 different maps that will be available at launch. Now let's hope that the campaign is sizable, Although it's clear that this is not the main focus of the game, the focus is on the repeatable content. For now, they revealed 2 modes. The first is Machine Incursion, where you spawn into the map and can choose which machine sites to go after, all of which give different types of rewards. This can include ways to upgrade your items and equipment or unlock new perks. The game has a lot of roguelite elements, meaning every mission starts fresh. As you complete objectives in the map, you slowly build out your perk loadout so that at the end of the run you're stronger than at the start. But your power then resets, so when you start a new mission, you will be like less powerful again and find the perks again. Like, the idea is that every run should feel slightly different because you find different perks that impact how your character plays. There's also a battle royale style circle, meaning you have to make choices about which rewards to go after before you are forced to take on the final boss of the mission. The second mode they announced is called Cauldron Descent. When you select this, you spawn in front of a cauldron and then you can enter it. This mode still features perks you will find along the way, but the difference here is that you can now choose doors and decide what type of challenges or upgrades you want next. The gameplay is also a bit more varied, as alongside enemies you will also encounter puzzles or platforming rooms that test your agility instead of just your combat strength. And yes, I touched on the new looking machine already. This is actually a fire claw. Guerrilla wanted to make elemental variants look more distinct, so they gave the fire claw horns. There's now also a non-elemental variant of the bear machine called the Dread Claw, and while we see it here, it will sadly not be available at the launch of the game. And yes, I've talked about combat a lot because that is what you will mostly be doing in this game, fighting the familiar machines. Ram feels the closest to Aloy. He used a sharpshot bow and a warrior bow to hit enemies from afar, but also has these superhuman abilities to switch things up. But most of the characters in this game are melee focused, like Axel. He has a huge explosive hammer he can swing around and also use for abilities. Sun takes it to the next level as she is extremely agile and again focuses on Devil May Cry style combos, allowing her to launch enemies into the air and continue attacking them while airborne. You can play these characters in different roles like tank, DPS and support, and there are also items you can bring into the missions to help you succeed. Now, they've only shown gameplay of these 3 characters so far, and that's because the upcoming closed test they announced will only feature these heroes. We will have to wait a bit longer for information on the remaining 3. But yeah, it seems that Sony has really learned from Concord and their other live service projects that inviting people to play earlier in the development cycle is actually smart, because that allows them to incorporate feedback and improvements before release. Now, I was also part of a creator council for the game. I got to see and play it 2 times over the last 5 months and give my feedback. By watching this video and my reaction video, you can kind of guess what that feedback was, but I of course also focused on actually making the game that they are trying to create better. So multiple things. For one, let me know what you think of this reveal, of the things that I talked about in this video, in the comments down below. I actually want to do a follow-up on the React channel going over your comments. Again, I've known about this game for a long time, so I'm very curious to hear what you think. And again, I can also give away 5 spots for this closed test, which will be happening soon. Simply click the link in the description for a chance to win. I will reach out to the winners before the test begins. And Guerrilla will also have their own website where you can sign up for a chance to participate. I will also leave that in the video description. You can watch that React video by clicking on the screen. I suggest you totally do for like more unfiltered thoughts. Like this video. I will speak to you very, very soon. Goodbye.